The former Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, was gripped by EFCC before. He has gone to Kuje prison. EFCC saw guns in his house, a lot of financial, mismanagement and so on and so forth. So EFCC is not done with him before DSS grip him again. DSS arrested him. But the question I'm putting forth, I want people to help me to answer in this video. DSS now charge Abubakar Malami 5-count charges on terrorism, financing terrorists, okay, with his son. This is the same man that was the enemy of Nnamdi Kanu. They are opposite. So if Abubakar Malami was supporting terrorism, so why do they say that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist? Now, it shows that Nnamdi Kanu is opposite of Abubakar Malami, and Nnamdi Kanu was standing against everything Abubakar Malami was standing against, because when Court of Appeal released Nnamdi Kanu, Abubakar Malami refused. He violated the court order, says Nnamdi Kanu is not going to go. Now, the question of this video is this. If Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, why was someone who was funding terrorism against him? Let's go into this video.
You know Malami? Malami?
Yeah. Yes.
The Malami that has gone. The, what do you call him? The justice man.
Yeah.
The Attorney General. The Attorney General.
I heard him one day. He said, in Hausa language, he was telling, he said, Zamu berci anan abashi kuba. Kadan zai mutu. He said they will leave him there, they will poison him, and gradually he will die. So,
he was saying this in Hausa language.
Yes, in Hausa language.
Yes,
it looks like somebody has advised them, do not try it. If you try it, the war will never end.
He said,
he said, if we had known.
If we had known,
yes,
we could have done this thing instead of bringing him to Nigeria. And I told you that they could have done it, but God took away. Marcel Nnamdi Kanu is not just an ordinary person. It's a man that have found favor in the eyes of God.
Today is Tuesday, the 3rd day of February 2026. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. The former Minister of Justice, Madam Abubakar Malami, who is also the Attorney General of the Federation of Nigeria, has been arraigned by the Department of State Service, not only him, with his son, on 5-count charge of terrorism financing. From the beginning, the time EFCC was after this man, and up to the time EFCC arrested this man and charged him to court, I have been reporting that this man has committed the offense of terrorism financing. But you see, if this man is a normal citizen, I mean a normal citizen, it could be understandable. It could be called a crime. Let him face his charges. He's a citizen and he's financing terrorism. It's a different thing entirely. But Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice has almost equal power with the president if you remove the commander-in-chief of all armed forces. Let me explain better. The president of Nigeria has 2 roles. Apart from the administrative role, he is also the commander-in-chief of armed forces. So he's also in charge of military roles and so on and so forth. So if you remove the military role from a president, the Attorney General of the Federation and president almost have equal opportunity and equal right. The only difference is that the president can tell Attorney General of the Federation, do this and don't do this. For you to know how powerful Attorney General of the Federation is, if he said you are going to die, you are going to die. He is not the judiciary, but the Nigerian system is what I'm telling you. Attorney General of the Federation can take a case. Like when Appeal Court released Nnamdi Kanu, this Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, said that Nnamdi Kanu is not going to go. He violated court ruling. I want you to understand what I mean, that if he said you will die, you will die. Unless God says you are not going to die. He violated the Court of Appeal ruling. What is court in Nigeria? Everybody is flouting court order, including Wiki and the rest people. Nobody obeys court. So this man did a lot of things, and also he violated the court ruling that also freed Omoyele Sowore at that time. He sent the DSS to invade the court. The judge started running. Attorney General of Federation, I'm telling you this. So when I noticed that this man has an allegation of financing terrorism, I was not shocked, because the administration of Buhari, is known for supporting terrorists. Yes, they are known for supporting terrorists. So including Brutai and Malami two of them, their office has been linked to people who are funding terrorism. And Army General has also come to give this testimony I'm saying on Arise News. Now, the issue here is this. Most of the time, if Okocha Happy Marcel comes out to tell you that the government are sponsoring insecurity, like, people used to hear it and not entertain it. They don't understand what I mean. If you are thinking that the insecurity situation in Nigeria is going to end one day, you are dreaming, and you've got to dream again, dream and wake up. It's not going to end. This is a government-sponsored insecurity everywhere. Now, what will be the gain of Attorney General Federation of sponsoring insecurity? I want us to reason. Okay, stay with me in this video. It is the same idea that these people, Boko Haram, Swab, this Fulani militia, it is the same idea they have. They have an idea of something. This is not all about sponsoring terrorism. This terrorism you are seeing in Nigeria, they are using it to push an agenda. Because if not, Abubakar Malami is one of the most richest Nigerian on earth today. Although EFCC have seized all his property. See property and money. Oh God. Now, a man who is in possession of such wealth, humongous amount of money and properties, tell me, what will make him to finance terrorism? So it's not all about terrorism or this or that. This is an agenda of Islamization of Nigeria. Anytime I mention this thing, some people don't want to listen again. What will make a president of Nigeria that has the whole power, the whole money, everything is in your hand? What will make you to sponsor terrorism, a president? What Buhari did. What will make him to do that? What will make him to do that? It's an Islamic agenda. Now, you see, that is the reason why I don't trust any politician. Okay? Most of them are my friends. I have so many friends because I love politics, not because we are in a place where democracy don't work. We are in a place where voting don't work. We are in a system that is corrupt, and a country that I don't believe it is going to work. Okay? I love politics very well, but, you know, anybody who is playing politics in Nigeria should be ready to just queue behind the evil. Yeah, if you want to play politics, queue behind the evil. Because the system is well corrupt to the extent that you know what is going to happen. Like 2027, you already know the outcome. I don't like deceiving people. You already know the outcome, how it's going to be. You vote, you don't vote, you're on your own. It doesn't matter. They are going to do what they want to do. Highest, they will cause glitch, and they will tell you to go to court. Who owns the court? Anyway, that is by the way. Let me focus on the issue of Abubakar Malami, So Abubakar Malami was the one who masterminded the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, and they justified it. When Nnamdi Kanu was brought to Nigeria, he started addressing Nigerians with Hausa language, and I don't know the language he was using. Imagine, why was he using another language to address Nigerians? So it means that this is an agenda. Nnamdi Kanu is just an enemy of some people, so I need to talk to them. I don't need to talk to people from the south because this is a battle. This is a battle. So they put Nnamdi Kanu in detention, not communicating with anybody. They did a lot of things against that man, Sometimes I feel bad for Nnamdi Kanu. I feel so bad for him. Now, what pains me most is the man who is after Nnamdi Kanu was the one supporting terrorism. Now, if Nnamdi Kanu was truly a terrorist, as these people portray, how can someone who is supporting terrorism, financing terrorism, be against Nnamdi Kanu if Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist? I want people to be wise. You've got to be wiser than the way you are now. If Nnamdi Kanu is actually a terrorist, people who are supporting and financing terrorists, why are they after Nnamdi Kanu? This is because I see Nnamdi Kanu as someone who is actually against terrorism, against Islamization, against all these terrorists. That is the reason why they hold him. And imagine they carry him to Sokoto. I don't want to speak more about it. I have made a lot of videos about the significance of Nnamdi Kanu transfer to Sokoto State. Just imagine. No, I want you to think about this. If Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, and Malami now has been, indicted in financing terrorism with his son, in humongous amount of money and ammunition and so on and so forth. So why is he the enemy of Nnamdi Kanu? Why did he vow and said, how I wish I killed Nnamdi Kanu that time? So it means that Nnamdi Kanu is opposite of Malami. This is a common sense. Nnamdi Kanu is opposite of Malami. Because if Malami is now, a terrorist, if court convict him, definitely I know court is going to convict him. What is going to happen? It means Nnamdi Kanu was never. I know this, but I'm saying this for people who don't know or people who still are guilty tomorrow. Now, if you are a thief cannot come after you. A thief will always cover you. If you're a terrorist will always cover you. The interest of these people, why you see them that they are doing some things that is related to terrorism, is just to push the agenda to Islamize Nigeria. I'll be saying it. I will continue to say it. If you like, you hear. If you like, don't understand what you are listening, but only time shall tell. Time will tell. All right? Time is going to tell. So, I rest my case and let's continue to monitor the outcome of everything.
We are not allowed to defend ourselves. They can kill us. They can get arms flowing in from Lebanon, from Iran, from Saudi Arabia. There are jihadists coming from all over the place, coming in there. There was a plane load of arms that came in, was detained at the airport from Egypt. The Arab world, that is what drives me insane. The Arab world and the Islamic world are busy supporting Boko Haram in their stated aim of spreading Islam to Christians in Nigeria. The Christian world are not reciprocating. They're not coming to our rescue. I don't know how you can defend yourself against somebody who is armed with RPGs and with AK-47s. I don't know if you do that through prayer and fasting. I do not know. Right. But that is the sort of condition we're faced with. In other words, as we speak right now, the process of Islamization is gathering momentum, and no one is doing anything.
Right. It's medieval. It's you will convert or you will die.
They crucified some people. Was it 2 days ago? I think we've got the pictures on Facebook.
They actually
crucified some people.
They actually crucified.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. There's something ISIS is doing that they're doing that we're going to. You either convert or we kill you, and I don't know why the world expects us to deal with that. It's either there's something going on. It's either everyone else is a Muslim. That's how I see sometimes. That everyone in the West is a Muslim. That's what I say, because you couldn't possibly keep quiet when such a thing is going on.
No.
It's terrible.
No.
It's terrible.
You're opening my eyes in ways I knew this was going to be eye-opening. I did not realize what